So what do you get when you take an Apple Watch and rub it together with an Android operating system? You get this. Greetings and welcome to SmartWatchTix.com. It looks like this. I want to jump right into it and show you. There is the Apple Watch Series 8 Ultra, Ultra Series 8 Watch Apple. This is Android operating system 8.1 loading onto the shell that looks and smells like it's an Apple, but it's not. Wow, this is an interesting integration. And the implementation of Android in this form factor is completely different than any other Android watch we have seen, as you're about to see. This is really unique, and it's coming to us in a unique way as well. It's not really available. I don't have a vendor for you directly like on AliExpress. It's not branded by Cosbet or Z-Blaze or DT number 1 or anybody yet. It's really brand new. And I do have a way for you to pick it up, but it's kind of creative. It bypasses the normal route and sends you directly to the wholesalers. You want to learn about that? All right, then we'll take a look at it. Comes to us this one now from Alibaba. Alibaba is sort of like Amazon, and Alibaba does business-to-business sales, and a lot of the businesses that buy from those that make these watches list them on AliExpress, and we, the customers, are able to buy them from AliExpress. Part of the reason for that is these guys sell these things in bulk, meaning that the smallest number you can usually get is by 10. A few of them will sell 5, a lot of 5. Well, this particular company, been in business for 11 years with Alibaba and has pretty decent ratings, will sell you one piece at a wholesale price. Look at this, $38 basically if you get the lowest configuration, which the one on my arm is 1 gigabyte, 16 gigabyte. Or get an extra gigabyte so that it's a little bit smoother in its performance. Got a little elbow room. Same amount of memory for about 41. But look at this. For $55, you can get a 4 gigabyte, 64 gigabyte storage Android 8.1 smartwatch. Here's what it looks like in the cart. You, of course, got shipping. You're going to have some tax and some other stuff added to this, a few fees. It'll be around $70 out the door probably. But you're able to pick up a sample from a wholesale company through Alibaba. Now, I chose to work with this particular provider because they've got 11 years of track record working out of Alibaba.com as a wholesaler, and pretty decent reviews overall from that. So just to identify, it's Shenzhen Poofect, like imperfect, but Poofect Technology Company Limited. They've got a whole lot of different watches that they work with, and they're, of course, at the entry-level wholesale price. And most of them you can buy one single unit, which sort of makes it an entry-level place that you can get one watch shipped to you from a wholesaler at that price. They're going to be doing a Brazil show if you happen to be down there in July. So they're broad-based and out there recruiting and working in a global marketplace. And this is the specs inside the DW88, model number of this one, Ultra 4G SIM card, Wi-Fi, of course, Bluetooth, of course, GPS, of course. Like I said, 64 gig storage on this one is available in a 4 gig RAM configuration. We're at level 8.1 for the OS. And it's from VALDUS. Okay, that's the actual manufacturer, but we're picking it up through a wholesaler. And TFT screen, 320 by 386 resolution. It says under 2-inch screen. This is rough specs, guys. It's just kind of, wholesalers don't get into all of the fine detail. 44 to 49 millimeter screen size. Like they offer 2 of them. These are the different things that supposedly are in this one, although I haven't been able to work with the compass yet. Still feeling my way through this one, but it's got a bunch of the other stuff built into it. Your different configurations, a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi system and Bluetooth 4.1 in it. A 1.96, there's the defined inch, 320, 386. your frequencies, GSM networks for all of these watches as far as 4G goes. It's got the gravity sensor and heart rate sensor and so forth. 800 milliamp hour battery. They don't quote battery life. That's what the next group down the line would add to this for information. So inside the box, and I've kind of taken it apart already because I have it on for you, but I'll show you a couple of the other things. It has two bands. This is the Apple typical type, and then this one is the different kind of connective type. It attaches in the same way on the Apple Watch. It's all basically the same configuration. You have a charging cable, which is got a bit of a problem, but there's a way of getting around it. It's a 2-pin instead of a 4-pin cable on this one. So it's good for charging, but not for direct data transfer. Turns out, though, little secret, the 4-pin, if it's matched properly, will do the data transfer, just like on a real, regular Android smartwatch. So if you want to do side loading of your apps and stuff, music, videos, whatever, you can do that with the wire that's got the 4 pins. If you don't have and are using this basically as a standalone watch, but you still want to be able to move data in and out, there's lots of different ways through the Google Play Store that you can download apps that will work by Wi-Fi or Bluetooth to move data back and forth to a phone or a computer. We're not going to get into that now. This is just a quick overview. I do want to show you, though, here is the 4-pin connector from, where are you? This one. This is the APP LLP Pro from LockMat. We're going to be reviewing this soon too, just to show you whet your appetite. Look at this. We've got a top-facing camera, 2-inch massive beast, and it comes with the 4-pin connector. So if you get this and this, you'll have the 4-pin connector to work with both of them. In case you want to play with this, when you get yours, make sure when you put them together that the magnets resist each other. That means the configuration is the same. North and north are in the same direction because they push against each other. Sometimes they will be like this and they'll stick right together. If you have a 4-pin wire that does that, do not connect it to this watch. Just a word of warning. A lot more to go into detail and that kind of stuff on this one, but to get you started, real quick, in an overview intro, we've done the unboxing. You got different watch faces. These are the typical ones you see on the Apple configuration. A few different twists and turns to it, complications, but nothing actually launches. They do have a thing that wherever you touch will make little bubbles on all of the watch faces. Here's a fun analog one. You get into this one, looks like it's got a compass around it, but I haven't been able to activate it yet, so still checking it out to see if it even supports compass. There you go, and then we're back to the home one. There does not appear to be an easy way to side load or download faces to this watch, so you may be stuck with the standard faces that are on here. But for those of you looking for an Android watch to run some Android apps, this is really cool in the Apple format layout. Here's the stock ones, and this is just one of the many ways of looking at these. These are in a little matrix with the names beside them. Your phone and settings are there. You got a basic default browser, but you can put in Chrome if you want to, or Firefox. Your calculator, calendar, contacts and phone go together. Albums is sort of for images or pictures that you want to bring over and install, because there's no camera in this one at all. There's a speaker over there, microphone kind of thing. Another speaker? Actually, that's the real speaker. I think this is part of the case configuration. Messaging, of course, with 4G. The SIM goes in there. I'll show you in a second. A music player. Basic stopwatch. There's your Google Play Store. It really works. It's the real deal. And you log into your Google account, you can go in and start downloading to your heart's content your favorite apps into this one. Google Maps is here. There's a super power saving kind of thing that you can get into. You got a one-click clean up everything type of thing. So it's got a lot of the stuff that we've seen on Android watches. Your clocks with alarms. Here's your file manager that you can manage and do stuff. A video player. You have an audio sound recorder here, and it's kind of fun. I've made a couple of test recordings on here. Let's see if you can hear these. Here's the first one.
This is a recording test of the built-in
right here.
Recorder. It's showing the waveform on the screen and processing the audio. And now I'm releasing the pause. You didn't hear me when I was talking, did you? All right, let's stop this.
I used the pause on that, so it actually paused and so forth. But this one, this was the fun one. Check this out. I hope you can hear this.
Now I've started another recording, and I'm going to press the top button on the watch.
That's this one.
Now I'm out of the recording, back to the apps, press it again, and I'm back to the watch face. I don't know if it's recording or not. We're going to have to check. So I'm going to swipe over. I'm going to open the app, and lo and behold, it is still recording. That's pretty cool.
So this particular voice recorder will play in the background once you start your recording, and then you can play with it later. Listen to it on the watch, transfer it by Wi-Fi or Bluetooth off, or when you get the 4-pin wire, directly connect it to your computer and do that. I like that one. I wanted to show you. That's a stock one. You got a heart rate thing. You got some style settings, your themes and dial effects and wallpapers and all that fancy stuff. And you got a step counter in here. Not the full-on fitness type things. However, of course, you guys know you can load third-party fitness apps in here, like Google Fit or Runtastic, or I've got one I'll show you here in a little bit. And that's it for the stock apps. But guys, you can install your own apps, and these are some of my favorites that I got here to play with. In an update, a future upcoming video, I'm going to walk through a bunch of these and show them to you, how you can have your tip calculator built into it, how you can play Labyrinth on this one, and it really works, and there is so much to this. I always miss that first one. Wow. Okay, you got it? There's a lot you can do, and because of the way this is laid out, these icons can be moved around in whatever order you want, or they can be dropped into folders if you'd like this one. Here's all my system testing things. We will be in the future testing Wi-Fi. We'll be doing cellular. We've got, I got to tell you about that one. We got Antutu numbers. I got GPS testing. All sorts of fun things. And right here, setting search for you deep Android folks. Setting search runs on this watch. Setting search is a superset of all of the Android stuff that they give you that you don't have access to, like accessibility and APNs and developer modes and all of this. So as a true Android watch, even though it's limited in what it's giving you as a Apple Watch connoisseur, you do, as an Android individual, have access to all kinds of things you can do. Probably even support alternate launchers on this one as well. So that's the layout of the apps, and you just simply get to them by swiping. You can change the pages with the twirly knob. This will turn it off and bring it back on. You can palm it and turn everything off if you want to. And what about that side button? Went into Google Play. Don't want to go there. Play Store. The side button is really cool. Yeah. This one, and then the button, right? What does it do? I purposely did not cut my fingernails so I could pull out the SIM card slot. This is where you'll put in your 4G SIM and close it back up, reboot your watch. T-Mobile, AT&T, or derivatives like Cricket or Mobile, Mint Mobile, all those kind of services should work in your area with this particular watch or any of these watches that support 4G. So you got 4G calling on this. You've got full Android capability. You can get 4 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes of storage on it with all of your different apps, which you will see soon, some samples of what you can play with. You got a couple of different selections of bands that come with it, right? You've got a little manual. The Watch Ultra, it says, shows you how to put the SIM in and set up the bands. I mean, basic stuff. There's not much to this one. And, of course, you've got a buying source. Now, if I get more convenient buying sources for you, please check the show notes and I will update that. But until that happens, we're going to route you to Shenzhen Poofect Technology and pick this puppy up in the configuration you choose. You can get more than one if you want to, of course. Put it in your shopping cart, check out. It works a lot like Alibaba, but it's actually AliExpress, but it's actually Alibaba. Now, going to leave you with one last thing. This isn't the only one that I've ordered. This is the DW88. Let's page through here to the DW89. This is not in yet. It's exactly like the DW88, but this is a camera. Now, who in their right mind would put a camera right here? I don't know, but I do imagine that if you really wanted to, you can unstrap your camera and start recording video or camera stills directly from the camera. It's not going to be a high quality thing. It's more of a toy, but nonetheless, you now finally have your choice of an Android watch without a camera, or you can get it with a camera. And for my global audience in all the countries that prohibit importing watches with cameras, you now can, I'll stop shaking, I get excited. You now can actually order a nice Android watch that will import to your country because it does not have a camera in it. One of the rare opportunities to do that, and it's in this unique new form factor. So that's an intro. It's a beginning, and my apologies to all the other vendors out there that I've had to bump, because when I get an Android watch in, I make it priority. It's bumped up to the top of the list. So DT number 1, your review is coming up very soon. Yes, you've been asking for it. The Stratos 3 is in. That's going to be coming really soon. But guys, this channel is about Android fundamentally. So not only do we have this one, but we've got this killer one coming up in review very soon as well. So I hope you've subscribed and have shared with your friends that we are here, and we will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.